You see this? This is my thumbnail. Woo! This comic book reminded me why I like this genre. This comic book gave me life. Icon and Rocket Season 1 by Reggie Hudlin. This read like it was the origin story from the 90s. It was an origin story from the 90s. I shouldn't say the. This is the first time I'm ever reading Icon. So this felt old school. I don't know if they took the exact words. Probably not, because Reginald Hudlin gets the writing credits. So he gets points for being old school. Written by Reginald Hudlin. Pencils by Doug Braithwaite. Doug Braithwaite did a good job here illustrating Icon flying and everything. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Beginning of the comic book, it's his origin from the beginnings. It's similar to Superman, and I can see why Icon is the Superman of Milestone, but it's way different enough. He doesn't start off as a baby. There are these races and these pods, and from the artwork, I can't really tell what skin color the original, this guy is. You can just kind of see that there's red lighting on this side over here, and so that's why his skin kind of looks red. But when it's dark over there, I can't make it out. Is it gray? What color is his skin color? It doesn't matter. What matters is skin color, as we'll see in this comic book, the way we think of it, or the way that an American from Georgia would think of it, or where's Dakota. That it's different. It challenges what it means to be black. Reginald Hudlin wrote the Black Panther comic, and in there was tons of social commentary. I remember a joke about, what's this about the light skins and the dark skins? That one will never make sense to me. Guys saying stuff like that. Like, he can look at it from an outsider's perspective, and that was displayed here while I'm reading his Icon and Rocket Season 1. Hey, we got 5 more of these comic books, and then Season 1 will be over. And plus, Vita Ayala is doing Static Shock, and that's a good book there too. I'm not bothered by Black Lives Mattering and stuff like that. That's especially because I agree with that statement. I don't know who doesn't on YouTube, but I agree with that statement and I agree with that book, and it's doing well. This was even better. This is a slam dunk of an origin story of this guy. So I understand that there is a super villain who kind of detonates everything and gets away, and this is some sort of insect. There's the only time we get a good look at him right over there, where my middle finger is pointing at. And so it escapes in its escape pod. Icon got to escape in his escape pod, and he made it so that this will activate with sensitive touch to an intelligent life form because they have the decency not to kill a baby. Kind of smart. I don't know if he's faking his childhood. Maybe that's what it looks like, because it is the year 1843 in Georgia. The next time we see him chronologically is like in Paris, France, and that's all the way in year 1921. So if we go from year 43 to 21, 80 years have passed. I think he just played a full life with these two as his parents. He let them do their thing. He's in the backgrounds monitoring, learning. That's what all those damn books were in his home, and understanding things. So that's why he has a strong knowledge and a whole lot of skepticism. Very negative thoughts when we get to see him as a grown-up. So that's his origin, right? Move over to Raquel, who I understand to be Rocket. Raquel Rocket. Oh, that's where they got it from. She's in the bad crowd with these guys. Popularity. She wants the attention, all that stuff that she explained later on. That's her boyfriend. It doesn't look like there's much love, but she's making poor decisions, and she knows it when they bust into this guy's home and they see him, and one of the cowardly friends, shoots at him. He dropped. There was no suspense for me there. But when Icon gets right back up from dropping and tells them, it's because I'm not bleeding. That's really horror stuff. If only I didn't know that he was a superhero, I could imagine that, that would hit differently for me. But yeah, the shock of the gunshot probably hit for brand new readers who'd have no knowledge of this guy. Chases after them, and I knew he had flight. I didn't know he had the power of like telekinetic. There's like an orange thing he does where he can lift up that gun and it's floating towards him. Then he said something about, you answer because I know what you're thinking. He said how did he word it? He said, you need to figure out, I can't. I don't want to waste your guys' this time, but he says something where it makes me think: is he also telepathic? I can Google that in a second, so don't bother writing a comment. But there's some new powers I'm introduced to from him. Raquel, it's been on her mind the whole day. She's gonna pull up at his home one more time at the end. Hey, why don't you become a superhero? His answer is that they will take it for granted, the people, and then they'll start complaining about the things that I'm not saving. Wow. And he's 100% correct. But to you, if I was in that room, I would say, knock, knock, icon, listen. Just because there's going to be those negative Nancy's who are going to say, well, he's not doing that and that. That does not mean that there are not positive people who do understand. Real recognize real, and those people are going to love you, and you will be doing a good thing. I don't know what his purpose in life is, his calling in life is. What's his lifespan? This guy was alive in year 1800s, and who knows, like, the way that he's just chilling here, stopping on this planet. He's like, oh, I'll just wait till my homeland people realize I'm gone and they'll come find me. Like, does he really have that much time where all this is just like, yeah, I'll just wait for the next bus? Is that the equivalent of what he's doing here on Earth? I'll wait for the next spaceship, and he lives for so long. Like, he's so unique to me, where that answer from his perspective may possibly make more sense to me than I'm letting off. But he says, he has another great line which I wrote down specifically, where he goes, yeah, she says, you can go and take out these guys from the street corner, and then you can take out the next one. Yeah, when they get replaced, you take out the next one. The economic imperative will ensure that there's always someone there selling drugs. He's right. Wow. It's a very socially aware comic book here. So it gets points for that, man. This was an amazing read for me. And then the comic kind of switches over to France, which I mentioned, and the way I interpret this is that Raquel Rocket, asking to be the sidekick, partner, and I'll be your partner, and I'll be the normal one, so that the people will see, okay, it's a normal people thing too. It's not just a superhero team. I'm useful to the team, she's trying to say. But she was speaking the same way his woman was speaking way back in the day, back in France in 1921. And he finishes the kind of sentence here. It goes, really, you will? Great. Cool. Oh, and one more thing. I'm Raquel Irvin. What's your name? It switches over to her, even though it looks like the woman of his. So he sees his past lover. What's her name? Is it Agatha? No, I don't see where it is. But, dearest. That's all he says. Yeah, dearest. His name, Icon's name, is Augustus Freeman. I guess that's an alias. He probably has a real name like Kal-El or Kakarot. You know that, eh? Kakarot, Kal-El. Goku is just like Superman. Next, why bad things keep happening. Man, why after that line about the drugs, after that line he made about the people always complaining, I want to know why bad things keep happening. Tell me, Reginald Hudlin. Artwork in here was good. Cool cover. It's the beginnings of a great... Hey, 2 for 2. Milestones is doing it for me. And I'm happy it's doing it for me. This was a good pick-me-up. I appreciated it. Leave your comments and let me know what you think about it. A thumbs up would be appreciated if you like the video. If you love me, you can purchase these Teespring t-shirts. The link should be in the description. Chillmonger out.